Hello guys, welcome to UAV. In the previous tutorial I showed you how to provision new user using the admin portal and how to create mobile client extensions for the user. In this tutorial I'll show you how to set up your IVR using the supplied credentials. So now when your account was created on the admin portal, an email was sent to the customer using the credential in the email. You can come on the UAF portal and log in to the service. So I just logged in with my credentials. So the page you see here is the inbox where you see basically the list of all the messages that have been left to you by your callers. You can play the messages by clicking play here, or you can download the message by clicking the download button over here. So now I'll go to the settings page. So on the settings page you can configure how your incoming calls will be handled. So the first thing that we can configure is in which language the incoming caller will be greeted. We can choose the language here, so the whole IVR will be using the language that we specify here. So for now we just choose English. So we can specify the text that we want the caller to hear over here, or we can click here and play a pre-recorded file. It could be a music file or some professionally recorded greeting. Next thing, we can specify if we want to enable an incoming caller to directly dial the extension number if he knows about it, or if we don't want that, we can just simply choose no here. Next, after specifying the greeting, you can specify different choices here that an incoming caller will hear. So let's say your company ABC has a few departments. One is sales, the other is customer support. So you can specify here that to connect to sales, the user needs to press 1, or if you want to choose some other digit, you can choose one from here. Once the user presses 1, you can choose different actions. So you have the list of actions here. You can add new actions from by clicking on this button. Like if I click take a voice message here. So the first thing now when the user presses 1 is that the IVR will play the text specified here. You can change these actions. So you can send an email notification. You can send a Google Talk notification. You can send an SMS notification. Take a voice message, send SMS to caller, send free text email and free text SMS. So the next action I've specified here is connect to client. When you click on connect to client, you get different options. So on connect to client, you can click on this drop down menu and you will see the list of numbers that were added in the admin portal. So on these numbers you can forward the call basically. If you remember from the previous tutorial, we added a few extensions in the admin portal as well. If you want to forward the call to the extensions, you can select these extensions over here. So you can also choose how the calls will be received. So first to pick up means that the call will go to both these numbers, and whoever picks first, the call will be connected to that. Sequence calling means that it will go to the number on the top first. If that doesn't pick up, it will go to the next number specified here. So you can add more numbers over here. So I can add, let's say, a few more options. So now when an incoming call comes, the user will hear the greeting. Afterwards, he'll hear this choice to connect to sales, press 1. Then it'll say the following text. Then it will connect the caller to to these numbers or extensions specified here. And next, if it cannot connect to those, you can take a voicemail message over here. I'll just remove this for now. You can remove any action like this. So next is customer support. Again, you can add a say mocklet here. So it says the following text. Then you have connect the client. You can specify again, let's say 2 extensions over here. Next is you want, let's say you want any caller to know what are your hours of operation. You can specify those using 2 say mocklets over here. When the user presses 3, you can the system will say the following things. Next is option number 4. So if you want to send a text message to the user telling them about the address or directions to your office, you can specify that when the user presses option number 4, he gets an SMS with the following text, and you can also add a say mocklet to tell the user that an SMS has been sent to his number. Similarly, you can add other options over here. The last option here is shown in red. If you hover over this, you'll see that this is a default choice. If no choice is selected, the system defaults to this choice. So what this means is that when someone calls on your system number and the system greets him and plays all these choices, if he doesn't select any of these choices, it'll be played back again. But after these choices have been played back twice and nothing has been selected, the system will default to this option. So this is a very useful choice to have. If the incoming call cannot connect to, let's say, any of the either customer support or sales or any other department, you can it can default to this option, and you can do whatever you want here. You can redirect it to some special number, you can take a voicemail message, or you can get an email notification so that you can you don't miss this lead and you can get back to that person later on. You can save everything by hitting the save button. The voice assistant configuration is now saved, and whenever a person calls in, his call will be handled as you have just configured over here. So this completes this tutorial, and you can log out of your service by going on top and clicking on this button, and this will log you out of the service.